Okay. For my first problem, I chose to draw a box and whisker plot using the numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. So the first step is that you're going to want to write out all your numbers. So I wrote out 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. After that, you're going to want to find your median. To find your median, you're going to look for like the middle numbers, so that would be 30 and 40. And once you find your middle numbers, you're going to add them up, and you're going to get 70. Once you have 70, you're going to divide it by 2, which gives you 35. The next step is to find your quartiles. So quartile number 1 will be found with the first two numbers on the top, 10 and 20. Add 10 and 20 and you'll get 30. Once you have 30, you're going to divide it by 2, which gives you 15. To find your next quartile, you're going to take the last two numbers, 50 and 60, and add them up. That will give you 110. Next, you're going to take 110 and divide it by 2, which gives you 55. After you have all of that done, you're going to make a box and whisker plot. Once you make your box and whisker plot, you're going to start with the number 10 and end with the number 60. Next, you're going to draw a line down the middle, which is the median, and that's 35. The first part of the box will represent 15, your first quartile, and the second part of the box represents 55, your second quartile. For the second problem that I chose solve the following equation by using the quadratic formula. 2x to the second power minus 6x plus 5 equals 0. So the first step to this is to write out your formula always. So I wrote out the formula right here. X equals negative b plus minus square root of b to the second power minus 4ac. The next step is to write out your equation. So I wrote out the equation right here. After that, you're going to take a, b, and c. So a is going to be 2, b is going to be negative 6, and c is going to be 5. Next, you are going to rewrite your formula, and then you are going to substitute the a, b, and c into your equation. So once you substitute the numbers in, you see that 6 to the second power is 36, and negative 4 times 2 is negative 8 times 5 is 40, negative 40. So that's where you get x equals 6 plus minus square root 36 minus 40 over 4. Next, you have x equals 6 plus minus square root of 4i to the second power. Next, you have x equals 6 plus minus 2i. After that, you are going to write it out as x equals 2 times 3 plus i over 4. You're going to cross out the 2 and the 4 and simplify it, which makes the 4 into a 2. After that, you should be left with the answer 3 plus I over 2 plus 3 minus I over 2.